Sure.
Alright, I probably should have gone to rest before I started streaming, but you know what? Here we are anyway. Greetings everyone, I am Dr. J. And it feels like yesterday since I last looked at this with how busy this week has been, but you know what? We are here anyway. And it is good to be here. Back with Pillars of Eternity. Should be a fun night. So, I'm not entirely sure what we want to work on first, as there's a lot of different places we can move toward to try and make forward progress. So we shall see how it works out.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What could top quality...
So let's start by resting. Just reset everything important. And then I'm trying to think. Well, let's go through our journal real quick and assess what exactly there is to see. With any luck, it'll go well, but we'll see. But I guess since that there's a lot of miscellaneous things, that'd probably be the best place to start. So we've got the Iron Flail and the Forgotten Army, which both require us to go investigate the fort. Let's see, where exactly is it tucked away in? To the northwest, so that would be... Alright, let's go back to White March. That would be in Whitestone Hollow then. So, oh wait, the Iron Flail has its own place. And then, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I can't move the map. So, going back to the journal, Iron and Flame. So this will require us to go back to Defiance Bay briefly. Ready the cannons, that'll require us to go back to Durgan's Battery. Secrets of the Takan, so east of Stalwart, so Whitestone Hollow. And there's probably, and I think that might be where I need to go for Mineja's task as well. So I'm thinking our first order of business would be to go in that direction. Everything else is related to other business, so... Are you cutting in and out audio? Ah well, see what happens. So, Whitestone Hollow will be our first destination. Let's go ahead and explore everything except the main story quest, right? That's how this works. That's how CRPGs always work. And then we'll go see what the Rayed Sarens are up to. Brutish warrior has arrived seeking employment. Ooh. Expensive, but useful. So what should I dismiss for that? +3 and +2. That should work. Give him some
there.
work. Hello, Precious.
There is a spirit lion there, just ahead. Can you see it, Watcher?
Zawa's wide-pupiled eyes track the movement of some unseen animal.
The lion was the symbol of my master, Ishipilo. This is a sign. Has he come here at last to teach me what he would not in life? To be the Anitle?
What do you propose we do?
I have some herbs prepared, malcachoa, plus some things I've been saving. We should eat them so we can meet with the lion in its world. It would be my honor if you would come with me on this journey. A watcher may see things that I cannot.
Very well. Zawa looks to the rest of the party.
That goes for everyone. I would welcome the presence of friends.
He pours a scattering of leaves and mushrooms into a cupped hand and holds them out for the others to inspect.
I'll try anything once. Bunch of times if it's good.
Maybe I could just inhale a few of the spores.
Oh dear.
There are simpler ways to understand the world, monk. A single stroke of my staff would do, but very well.
No better friend than one sharing good drugs.
Are you ready?
Yes, let's begin. Zawa distributes his mix of herbs, keeping a generous amount for himself. The plants give off a variety of strong conflicting odors, some sweet, some acrid, and at least one that induces immediate sneezing. Their appearances are largely unfamiliar to you. You drop a handful of the mixture into your mouth and chew. The taste is dull and earthy at first, but within moments of chewing it becomes powerfully sour, then sweet like nectar, and then it begins to take on a new character that's unlike anything you've ever eaten before. Your vision swims, and you see the world in a different, more vibrant spectrum. Zawa takes one look at your expression and laughs.
You are ready.
Mm-hmm.
Do not let the lion escape us.
So we're just gonna follow the lion
Is
and
that flower singing? No. Stay focused, Zawa.
Spirit. A lone spirit hovers back and forth, agitated, muttering. I can learn from them, from their mistakes. Their failures have revealed the path to me, and I am very close. The spirit points to a scattered collection of maimed and contorted bodies distributed around a stone pedestal. Something odd registers in your mind about the corpses. And then the realization dawns. They all appear to belong to the same person. Huh? How's that possible?
I wouldn't be so sure.
What are you getting close to?
On that pedestal you see before you.
The one with the bodies? A shiver of irritation ripples over the spirit.
Yes, the one with the bodies. As I was saying, on that pedestal you see before you, I placed a gem for safekeeping. You have never seen such a perfect gem. I regretted leaving it behind almost immediately. It has been my every waking thought ever since.
Why do you want it?
It is all I have left of something that was important to me.
Very important, by the look of it.
I might be able to get it for you. The spirit seems to consider this. Wisps of essence dart in and out of its shape like bolts of electricity.
That would be most welcome.
Can we watch him fetch it once? Maybe pick up some pointers?
What is Zawa is ready. So many have died to approach it.
I'll see what I can find.
Okay, so there are tarps along the way. We'll approach...
But I'm slowly dying of poison.
Hey there. Sure.
But I'm slowly dying.
Just like an adherent, go down fast.
Oh dear.
Hey there.
That was interesting. Is there anything interesting on the bodies? Grave step. More drugs? Wonder if I needed better perception in order to... God!
I'll kick it. See if you can do better, Aloth.
Hey there.
Do not succumb, Aloth.
Alright, let's have everybody go individually. That should help
may I
mitigate the
So-
risk of
Just like
something
an adherent, go down.
bad happening like that.
Just like an adherent, go down fast. All his
Ah, great. Now he's at 0.
and still couldn't handle a fight.
Well, crap, that's gonna be a problem.
Were you able to retrieve the gem?
Yes, I have it here. The spirit pulses excitedly with light and warmth.
This is a great relief. Give it here.
The spirit extends claw-like translucent hands towards you, cupped together. And when you let the gem drop, it passes through the spirit's hands and lands on the ground.
Clumsy. No need to worry, I've got it now.
The spirit crouches up to pick up the gem. It scoops at the gem but cannot make contact with it. It does so over and over.
This is a snare my master never told me of. How great, how subtle the hold of the past upon us.
Let's keep moving. An old shaman hunches over a translucent table. Paint is streaked on either side of her eyes like flames. She casts an assortment of strange objects onto the table. A finger bone, a stelgare tooth, a turtle shell, a few stones painted with symbols. She studies them over and over with disbelieving eyes. At last, she looks up.
There is no mistake. The portents do not lie. Zawa, you will be our chieftain. You will succeed Ishapito and lead us to victory over the Kechmata. I will tell Ishapito that he must accept you. The path must be cleared for your reign.
Oh, that's bad timing.
Lava root.
Alright, don't let Alok get hit, whatever you do.
Hey,
How are you still alive, Durance? Okay, where's my quick save? Do I have a quick save? Yes, I did. Okay, so now that we know that, we're only going to send one person in. But who? Probably Adair? Since that he's the most durable among us?
Mm-hmm.
hey.
Not too long, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
You're fine. You're fine. You are just fine.
But I'm slowly dying of poison.
You're fine. You're fine. Hey, what's that? Whitestone Lake. Oh, you're fine, Adair.
Yeah?
You've got more durability than any of us here. You will be just fine. See, those were almost all grazes, assuming they even hit.
Were you able?
This is a snake.
Yeah?
Alright, now that that's done.
There is
Alright, we've got per rest ability. Oh jeez, the giant dust score might be a problem. Oh wait, I'm confused. That's a problem. Do we have a way of removing confusion? Yeah, this should work. Dare's confused? That's fun. Alright, what can you do? Yeah, let's break out the good stuff. I like living.
God, leave it to me! There's a better way to handle this. I shall deal with this.
Get up.
Sure.
That was tough. Even with her rest abilities enabled. Still breathing heavily, Zawa appears deep in thought. He notices your glance.
The shaman's vision always stayed with me. After my master had passed, even after the Takan were conquered, I thought of what the shaman had said and held on to hope. But I wonder if it did not also make me proud and foolhardy. If I ignored my own defeat because I did not believe it possible.
A source of hope is never a bad thing.
I wonder what my path would have been without it. Would I have found purpose if she had not assured me of victory?
I suppose we won't know. I suppose we'll never know. The grass ripples and heaves like the flank of a breathing animal. Where are we supposed to go now?
There! I see it!
Where? Antelope. An antelope stands gingerly on the muddy grass. Its fur is matted and stained dark around a deep oozing gash on its left haunch.
Have you come here to eat me?
We are not here to eat you, but you are easy prey. Is there nowhere you can hide?
The beasts of this place would catch my scent. I would not get far. But there may be a way I could be protected. A great tree grows to the north, whose sap has an odor that is repellent to predators. If you could draw this sap and rub it into my coat, I would be safe. I could heal and return to my herd.
What if I have Durance heal it?
I could heal this beast watcher, but not in the way that the monk would want.
I would ask neither kind of healing, as neither has any lesson to offer. Keep to your own trial, Durance, and I will keep to mine.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of interfering. I await the sound of broken bonds or a broken back. There is a music to both if you listen for it.
Where is this tree?
To the north, beside a cave. You will not find a larger tree in the forest.
Farewell.
Galawain, speed your steps.
Alright, so... a tree to the north, huh? Presumably somewhere in this direction? Ah, hello chat, how are you doing?
Did you see where it went?
The tree is this direction, right? It's set to the north, right? This man's face is weather-beaten and his eyes are sunken deep into his skull. His body is scarcely more than a string of bones. He speaks with great effort. His voice dry and grainy.
Will you help me? Water. From the waterfall, please.
Why from the waterfall? Why not the pond? The man shakes his head sadly.
It appears to be the same in every way, but alas, it only makes my thirst greater. Only water from the waterfall will do. I wish it were not so.
I can carry you over to the waterfall, then you can drink from the source.
I have tried, but the water eludes me. I open my mouth, and it falls only on either side. I place cupped hands beneath and pull them out dry. Only the first time was I able to taste it. Never have I tasted anything so pure. Ever since, I have not been able to bring myself to leave. I wish only to taste it once more. That would be enough.
I'll see what can be done. He nods in thanks and offers you a water skin lying beside him.
You will need this to collect the water. I will be forever grateful.
So that's two things now I need to worry about in this direction. A giant tree of some kind, and a waterfall. Alright, we've got the repellent tree sap now. So where is this waterfall? Presumably on the other side of this pond. There we are! Guess we'll tackle both as we are able. Water flows from a pool at your feet upward onto the rocks above, as though time itself were flowing in reverse. It sounds more like a stream than a waterfall. The column of water is clear and pure. Its flow is steady but not torrential. Other than the direction of its course, it seems ordinary. You place the skin in the water and invert it, filling it steadily. Almost immediately, the water around your hand begins to roil and hiss. You feel an excruciating burning pain as the water begins to eat away at the skin of your fingers. You hold the water skin in place despite the agony in your fingers. Skin gives way to flesh and then to bone, and still you feel the water skin in your grip. It's all an illusion, you realize, and with that realization the pain fades. From one moment to the next, the enchantment falls away, leaving an ordinary hand holding an ordinary and full water skin. When you go to replace the stopper, something strikes your hand from below, having been carried upward by the waterfall current. It drops into the pool. You reach down where it fell and withdraw a handful of jewels, pure and blue as the waterfall itself. Curious. And curious. Looks like I'll have to explore this place pretty thoroughly then in order to... Oh no.
We are too late. The wolves have come. It was a mistake to leave the animal here, unprotected.
We did what we thought would give it the greatest chance of survival.
That is difficult to accept. In my heart, it feels as though there was more we could have done. In the end, though, the wolves would have come. They can smell weakness from great distances. We may have been bound for failure from the start.
An unusually tall man with brown leathery skin and regal carriage bows to Zawa.
Chief Aurelia, why are you here?
I come on behalf of the Ketchmals to pay you tribute, great chieftain.
Tendons bulge at the side of Zawa's neck, and his fists are clenched. For the first time since you met him, he appears on the brink of losing control. He speaks through gritted teeth.
You have come to see if I am ready to protect my people.
The Ketchmodel chieftain smiles, baring glistening teeth.
Well, are you?
And thus combat begins anew. Let's see if this goes a little better than the last. Now that I know what's coming, though, let's start with what I know needs to be done. Blasting them into little tiny pieces. Alright, the priestess needs to die, so Alof, you focus on the priestess.
Combat.
Oh wow, Zawa's taking a surprising number of hits already. That went a little better. That went much better. Zawa contemplates the body of his enemy.
When the Ketchmodel chieftain saw me, he knew I was not prepared to resist him. If I had been more convincing, I have always believed they would not have attacked.
They'd have come for you sooner or later.
Zawa sees this now. This was the life of the Takan. We lived knowing that one day the wolves would come. And finally, the day came when we were wounded and could not escape them.
And thus the image. Oh wow, some... Ooh, good stuff, good stuff.
Hey there.
Alright, let's go drop off the water then. And let's see what kind of let's see what kind of silliness awaits in that direction.
Have you had any success?
We were able to capture some water, yes.
Wonderful! I've waited so long.
His fingers tremble with excitement as he closes his hands around the stopper and slowly twists it. The stopper comes free suddenly and flies from his hands, propelled by a violent burst of steam? By the way, Obsidian has something with the Obsidian has something with this mystical drug quest, don't you think? In Fallout New Vegas DLC, there's a quest where you can consume drugs and fight against a magical burning bear. Yeah, that sounds like Fallout. Depending on the circumstances. I don't know. The mind-altering substances are an interesting subject when it comes to any sort of story or any sort of experience, so it wouldn't surprise me that Obsidian sees it as ripe for storytelling.
Oh no.
He upends the water skin, holding it above his lips, but not a single droplet falls. He shakes it, twists it, squeezes it, all to no avail. The water's gone.
Given his history, I am surprised he had not foreseen this possibility. He longs not for the water, but for the experience of first tasting it. He is bound for disappointment. His suffering is very pretty, yet it feels empty. What value does it have if he refuses to learn from it? Can he not see that he seeks something that can never be recovered?
Is that meant to be a reflection of your own experience?
Hey there.
Ishipilo sits meditating. He opens his eyes and looks at Zawa.
Hello, pupil. You come to me with a question, do you not?
He coughs, dry as desert sand. Zawa stares at him, his mouth quivering faintly.
Yes, Ishipilo. I have sought your wisdom across many lands, over many years. Are you here to grant it to me?
Yes, pupil. I am here for you.
Zawa nods, draws a deep breath.
Our people are captives of the Ketchmotl. I need to know the secrets of the Anitle.
Of course. The answer has been with you the whole time, pupil. You are blind not to...
Ishipilo breaks down into a coughing fit. As he coughs harder, granules of dust fly from his mouth in plumes.
Master, please, I cannot hear you.
Zawa steadies him by the shoulders, but Ishipilo's cough only worsens. Dust pours from his lips by the mouthful.
Answer me!
Zawa's hands tightens around Ishipilo's frail body. He shakes Ishipilo, but the coughing continues. He shakes him again, and in Zawa's hand, Ishipilo turns to dust. It scatters instantly to the... Zawa looks at the dust on his hands, holding them cupped as if to preserve some vital piece of his master's wisdom. Despite his best efforts, the winds carry off the remains, leaving him with nothing. He frowns.
Even after his death, I have always felt that when the time was right, Ishipilo would find a way to teach me his secret. And yet here we are on his trail, and his knowledge is no less a mystery to me. Is this what I am meant to see? That his teachings will always be beyond me?
There is more to the Dakan than Ishipilo's teachings.
You speak truly, but his knowledge is the difference between a free Dakan and an enslaved Dakan. Zawa cannot help but seek it.
Zawa shakes his head and smiles bitterly. Yeah, English!
I have been caught in a snare, worrying over things that could not be changed. These visions shame me with their truths. Ishipilo never warned me of this, but I should have seen it sooner. I have become a slave to knowledge I will never learn. I have denied all my failures, yet I feel no different, no freer than I was. There is something I am missing, even now.
Why is the camera being moved over here? Why is there a circle? Huh? Wait, huh?
This may be our answer. Let us see
Sure.
what has been uncovered.
Alright. Oh, this ought to be good.
You must come with me at once.
Zawa, you should not be here. If you are caught, they will execute you, and they will not fail twice.
Wait, why is the grieving mother... You know what? Never mind. I'm sorry, Tara Platt has a very distinct voice. I recognize it instantly. Although it's partially my own fault for spending so much time in the game where she voices someone. An important character, to be fair.
I do not care about my life, Namaltia. I come to liberate the Takan. We will unite and revolt.
And who will you unite? Our men are dead or broken. Their labors were too cruel. Our women are mothers to catch model children now. The Takan live only in your mind.
Zawa stands in silence, staring where the apparitions had been. Who was that woman?
She was a Nalpazga warrior, eldest daughter of the shaman. She would have been, the wife of the Takan chieftain, if the Takan had not fallen.
Did that really happen?
Some years ago, Zawa considered that he might never learn Ishipilo's secret, but he had vowed to return to his people. And so he did. He journeyed to Kachmadal, and while their warriors were off raiding, he spoke to the surviving Takan he found there.
What was that about?
An argument Zawa had with someone once.
His jaw is clenched.
Nothing came of it.
You never told me. For once, Zawa seems unable to meet your gaze.
Zawa has never spoken of it to anyone.
His face is tense, his skin lacking its usual smoothness. He looks old.
He waited too long in returning. If there was a time to liberate his people, it passed long ago, while he searched for the secret of the Anitle.
Why did you continue to search if you knew you'd fail? If you knew you'd failed? Zawa is quiet.
Ishipilo's knowledge was the one last thing of Takan that might have been recovered. But I see now that I was caught in a snare. The gem, the antelope, the waterfall. Their lessons were not about Ishipilo's secrets. They were about my vow to return to the Takan.
He is quiet again. His eyes search the ground, then seem to fix on something. You look down but see only a small worm burrowing into the earth near his feet. He stares in that direction for a time. Then, slowly, he looks up at you.
The time of my people has ended. There is nothing more I can do for them.
The words seem to surprise him. Are you sure you should be telling me things like that, Chad, as to what I should be going with? But, I mean, my gut instinct would be to say number 3, but... You know what, I'm gonna trust you on this. The culture of the Takan and their Nalpazga warriors still exists within you. You can still carry it forward.
Their time on Aora was too brief. There is much the rest of the world might have learned from them. Much that I might yet share.
Zawa looks around and smiles flatly.
The dream fades around us. I believe it is time to return.
The brilliant colors around you seem to dull. Shifting objects settle into their true forms. Zawa appears the same as he always has. The same shredded skin, the same fluid posture. Only the look in his eyes has changed.
Hey there.
Zawa was granted Anitle. Interesting. Alrighty, and now we are here. Yeah, I think athletics will be important anyway. What should I do? I don't think there's anything specifically related to Druid that I can do apart from maybe giving myself more spells. So... You know what? I feel like keeping myself stable is probably the best thing I can do at this point. Actually, now that I think of it, do I have any new choice? Nope. Just more of the same things.
Sure.
Now that we've done that. So, what was... So, if I'm not mistaken, Meneha has some... Abbey of the Fallen. Secret Andre Temple. Well, we haven't exactly seen an Abbey yet, but now that we are of sound mind and... Hello, who are you?
Lava roof, be on.
Also, that reminds me, I can probably turn off per rest abilities now. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna mess with this. I'll just turn off AI for us. If I need spells, I can throw them out as HP. Rude. Weird that we'd run into a couple random looters. What, did it effectively create a different map of sorts? Huh.
I'm gonna be sick. Could use a wee kip.
We gotta take...
I'll see what's ahead.
Huh, I didn't expect the traps to still linger. So why is there a random snow bear? Well, at least the snow bears trigger traps for us. Alright, re-enable party AI outlaw. Or die, I guess. That works too. Ow, I am taking a lot of hits. Give me a life, please. Please no Killerino. Okay, these guys need to die. They're being a little too potent for my liking. Oh, he's just gonna run up next. Get out. Well, if it's just one snow bear, we should be able to take it out, but we'll probably need to rest at some point. There we go. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, now...
Zawa is ready.
So, what's on it? Back to you. Extra attack speed? When a Nampasca warrior has learned to free himself from the snares that root him to the material world, he is said to become the Onitle. Among his many gifts, the Onitle possesses a preternatural understanding of the suffering of all beings, and from that insight can divine an opponent's intentions and react to them before their opponent, and has even put them into effect. As a result, they know exactly when and where to strike, and can do so confidently at great speed. Okay.
Hey there.
So a modest attack speed boost then to keep it balanced.
Go down fast.
Oh dear, is that gonna get Outlaw killed if I'm not careful? I get the feeling, well actually I might be able to get your endurance back by leveling you up. Save that for later. Ooh. Set. Let's go with this one. Oh, you get one of these too. Increases the chance to cause an interrupt with any damaging attacks. That's really useful for you.
I shall be discreet.
You can do better, Outlaw!
Why do? Good lord. That was unlucky. Love the fact that thanks to having a drug-fueled therapeutic session, Zawa just becomes a reality-warping demigod that can manipulate the future and see every action that will and can happen. Yeah, that sounds about right. To be fair, he's been on this trail for a while now. What we're seeing is merely the culmination of it. Apparently, though, I shouldn't have anyone go up this way. Good lord. Oh, crap, I have to fight that all over again? I dare get their attention. Alright, I don't want to think during this, and we'll need to rest soon anyway.
Yes?
guys intend to attack him or what? Or do we want to just watch Zawa get mulched? Alright, now we can kill him, hopefully. And I have just focus on that. Whoa, I haven't seen that kind of knockback before.
Lavaru, be on seek!
There we go. Now we're good.
Yes?
Hey there.
Hey,
Why are we not moving?
I don't suppose we could rest a spell.
Well, at least leveling up Aloth will be quick. Quicker, I should say. There we go. Now, since we apparently shouldn't be walking up there, Adair, you trigger everything. Fiona's breastplate. That's supposed to do. It's a bound item that can be bound with monk, paladin, and enchanter. Wait, monks can wear armor? Actually, if we've got all the party members we can bring, I'm trying to remember what the Grieving Mother is. Still, that could be useful for Zawa since I haven't exactly been doing much with it. All he's got is just that monk's outfit. I think that makes a bit of a difference. Although, is there a requirement for proficiency for that kind of armor? That's probably something I should check before I go much further, but...
Laying low.
Alright, trigger everything. I don't feel like looking for stuff. Whoa!
hey,
You should see this.
Sun Lance? The heck? Put into survival. Then... let's see. Let's see. Alright, I think I've got everything else. I'm assuming that still applies. Given that you've got a shield. See, that's why you need to disarm traps in the normal way instead of triggering them until they stop working. So why wouldn't you give Alof some armor same for endurance? Don't I have them? Some armor? I've got some decent armor on them. Although actually, compared to what we've got on Adair though. I'll have to look around some more, because I've got some decent stuff on Aloth Endurance, I just need to... Well, to be fair, they are going to be less resilient anyway by virtue of their attributes.
Its fire casts light in dark places.
Still
don't see why we had to hurt the dogs.
Huh? Whoa, that's suddenly a lot of damage. I'm gonna regret not... Wait, how did Aloth take so much damage all of a sudden? Whoa, how am I almost dead? Already? Okay, we are neck deep in 1,000,005 enemies. This is not good. At least Aloth is away from the fighting. So let's put down something that'd be helpful. How am I still alive after all this? Alright, Zawa, we need to kill these guys. Why are there all these random brigands? Good lord. I'm starting to think I should rest before fighting anybody else. Oh, please tell me I quick saved. I'm gonna have to fight that again. Yeah, that's what I get for drinking a little bit before playing. I'm a moron. I'm a moron. Alright, let them come to you, and then blast, then hit him hard. Okay, let's just make this easy on ourselves. And put him to sleep. Yeah, given the endurance I'm seeing, I absolutely should rest before I fight that group of brains.
I don't suppose we could rest a spell. Hey.
I'm here.
Hey there.
Alright, let's rest. Well, let's re-level everybody, then rest. Rip blows. Should be good. Then Adair.
Hey.
There we go. Now we rest. Go.
Hey there.
Alrighty. See, the player character and people similar to him are the reasons bandits are the majority of the population. I mean, it makes sense. Economy is practically non-existent because adventurers have all the money, so people are in order for people to survive, they're having to become bandits. And there might be some truth in that, but given Widewood's legacy, you'd think there'd be an abundance of work there.
Hey, still don't see what. Oh,
okay, let's see. Step 1, I need to start casting this. Adair can run up and do whatever he wants. Aloth, you need to bring out somebody to help us. Alright, now Durance, you just spam this real quick. Also, Aloth, I need you to focus on these guys. Maybe you can put them on. Good. That should hopefully stem the tide of all the BS coming our way. That way you can also blast them!
Hey there.
Ooh, that did a lot. Do it again. Hey, what are you doing? Don't run up there, just blast them. Alright, that's one down. I'll go for another. Alright, where's Maneha doing? Attacking? Good. Durance, you go for this guy. Keep it up, boys. Okay, that's starting to hurt now. And that's why I put them all to sleep. Durance, get over here and keep us alive. Actually, if we put him to sleep once, we can do it again. Oh, and I'm down. We're just knocking around a bit, apparently. Alright, Durance. There we go.
Hey.
What were those guys talking about?
Hey there.
Looter's spell guide, huh? Allah, take a look.
I shall be discreet.
Ooh, camping supplies to refresh what we had before. Nice. Or what we just expended. Oh, jeez.
Mo.
It's just a few ice blights, so these should be relatively easy to deal with. As expected.
Hey there.
There. Make me feel better if nothing else.
Hey there.
Now we can quick save. Elementals. Elementals everywhere. Precisely. Everybody loves elementals. It is elementary. These glyphs seem similar to those seen in the battery. But they're too worn to make out. Alright, some more bandits in that direction. I guess we'll start by exploring where we've already been. Raider! Oh jeez! Logophoth and droves. Okay, that's really not good. That's really not good. We're about to die. Logophoth are annoying little bastards. Nobody likes them. Endurance is now paralyzed. That's amazing. Or petrified. Alright, Durance, keep us alive, please. Or not. Everywhere I go, people want to know, can I kill you? The answer is yes. Apparently. I think I'll have an easier time against the bandits, although to be fair, if I actually used Alot's sleep spell, it'd probably make things a lot easier, or at least stem the tide long enough to where I can put down some of my own nasty spells. That's usually how I win, is I just...
Yeah?
I have Aloth... Well, let's see. Actually, yeah, that'll probably be the strategy moving forward. Just have Aloth... Worst part is your adopted son is a Logophoth. Are you sure about... What is he talking about? Talix people pick the place clean.
We'll find much.
Alright, me... Usual nonsense.
Taug's people pick the place.
Alrighty. Surround the brigand! Rude! I mean, my spell's still going to cast. You're still screwed. Wait, you might want to go deal with that one. Heal Aloth. Oh geez, someone's trying to rush Aloth. Wait, why would you do a sweep attack when you've got... I have questions. Why would you do a sweep attack of some kind when you've got a crossbow that you're trying to load up right now? You make no sense, weird looter. Oh geez, that actually hurt you a lot. Durance? Please tell me you've got a mega heal of some kind that you can drop in. Actually, range damage, range damage attacks decrease in accuracy when someone melees them, right? Is that? I mean, that's a holdover from D&D if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
There we go. Quick, grab the loot.
Sure.
Oh, there's something here. The upper edge of this engraved slab has been worn smooth by the hands of travelers eager for some good luck. What seems like half up the mountain's worth of snow has tumbled down across the trade road, blocking further passage. I get the feeling that's exactly where I need to go. This pale, rough snow dome doesn't resemble any other formation in the area. Oh dear, this must be the Abbey. Oh, just a scorched
I wonder
barn.
what this is.
Roll of Wall of Flame. Ring of Unshackling. Suppress Affliction. Hostile effects suspended. Oh, that's useful. Down here. Apart from a few flecks of snow, the supplies in this cart are untouched. That's weird. We ought to go in and see. Go on then. Now what might this be? It's bad days coming, I'm telling you. The pair looks up at you as you approach. Who's the— Oh, begging your pardon, Lord. The villager shuffles to face you. What happened here? We noticed some of Hattie's ghosts wandering loose. When we came up here, we saw some suspicious people leaving Hattie's house. Looks like they torched the barn. Suspicious people? Not just looters, I mean. They were armored up like they were in for battle. Mean looking. Kern's got something to do with it. I just know it. Why are you standing out here then? We were worried there might still be one of them still inside. We're goat herds, not warriors. Oh right, it's this quest. I think I know what's going on. Yes, I bet. We get a lot of bandits up here. It's just a shame it happened to Hattie. Still don't think it's bandits, but hey, have a look and you'll know for certain. Anything interesting? Apart from some fish. Right, that's why. Oh, right, it's this crap. That's why there are bandits. Okay, now things start to make sense. Okay. It clearly has been a week since I last played, and it was a quest that I had gotten before delving into the mines, so my memory of that got overwritten by just, holy crap, there's a lot of nonsense down here that I need to worry about. Oh, great, he's dead. We were too late after all. A bloody thumbprint marks where someone pulled away a piece of bread. Someone has torn away several pages, leaving bloody smears behind. The fire has died down to a handful of glowing embers. Bergen copper? The dead man's sprawled position gives you a clear view of the sword wound in his back. The smeared, drying blood around him has not yet faded to brown. You hear a groan, low in pain, and turn your head to see. There's a dull pain in your skull, and your vision swims. A harsh grip on your arm bears you upright, on your knees. You don't have anything worth stealing. Alwina's voice cuts through your sluggish thoughts. You look up at the armored man seated at the table, your stomach knotting up with dread. No, you don't. He reaches almost idly for the ledger. You notice before he does the way that Alwina tenses up, but you're not sure why until he opens the book and the letters fall out. Family? The man smiles as he picks up the letter. No! Alwina tries to run forward, only to get caught by the arm by the man behind her. Looks like Eska's doing well at the mill. Sweet of him to write. Deerford's a long way from here. Enough, Sevestin. Alright. He tosses the letter onto the table. Cruel amusement swiftly replaced with irritation. Kill him. You barely have time to register the words. The sword through your back drives the air from your lungs, and the strength from your limbs, all at once. Alwina's screams seem so faint. You have to get to her. You have to warn Eska somehow. But your legs won't listen. Can't breathe. The memory slips from you like a shuckled coat. The pain in your back fades just as quickly. At the mill in Deerford, huh? Great. Well, I guess that's 2 reasons now to head back to the Deerwood and see to matters there. Still, let's resolve everything here first. Yeah, I guess we'll deal with it. Actually, aren't there a couple things that I need to see to? Or is it just marking? Well, everything's completed here, so we don't have to worry about that, so... Yes? What do you want? Hattie's dead. Knew it had to be bad. Thanks for letting us know, stranger. Welp. Looks like we were too late on that account. But maybe if we're lucky, we can save the son. Or relative, or whatever he is. And save the family. We must save my family. Alright. Let's trigger the rest. Oh crap, I don't have a lot of spells left. Well, that didn't seem to do much. And now paralyze. Maybe I shouldn't have triggered the rest. Okay, I think we're gonna ignore that combat for a while until we can get a little stronger. Or at least until we have time to rest. Oh man. Let's see. Let's keep exploring in the meantime. With any luck, there won't be any more obnoxious Lagufath or something else crazy that'll jump out at us. Ice beetles! I mean, we know how to deal with them. Okay, the oozes might present more of a problem. Huh? Did we... Oh, Beastierry's done. Cool.
Take that!
Good job.
Hey there.
This crude arrangement of antlers, bones, and sticks exude a strong fishy odor. Alright, let's see what else lies up this way. Skulldrak. I don't recognize that creature. It's doing some kind of missile damage? Huh, interesting. Ah well, usual BS, let's go. Ah, great, paralyzed. I know how to fix that. Turrets! Oh crap, I'm about to die. Burns, please make sure I live. I like living. It's my favorite activity I'll have.
Beyond seek.
How was Aloth not taking any major hits yet? Got someone literally trying to claw his eyes out. Are you not dead yet, Aloth? What the heck is this? I do not understand how you're doing just fine.
Hey there.
I don't know if Chain Lightning was the best target against a singular target, but you know what? I'll take it. A
Sure.
formation. We're about to die anyway. Let's go wander into an unknown cave. What's the worst that could happen? Whoa. Wait. I'm not even drinking that much. Why am I doing stupid stuff like that? Oh boy, that
Easy
bodes
does
well.
it.
Okay, what's in here? Why is there blood on the floor? No, seriously, what's in here? Fine dagger? Can't be it. Is this gonna be the location of a quest later? It seems... Wait, save? I have a quick save if that's what you mean, unless you mean a backup. Well, here, backup. Am I about to be ambushed? Am I gonna find all sorts of crap outside? What's about to happen? I'm not sure I understood what the danger is, but I suppose...
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
We'll see
And
what we're
what does the flame reveal?
Alright, and that brings us back around to here. So, we've got that one last combat encounter. Random cave. Oh, it's something that I need to go back to Stalwart to trigger? So I am right. Okay, cool. So it looks like the only thing left here is combat down there, but because it's kicking my butt, I want to do something else. So, what makes sense? Do we go back to the Deerwood to resolve matters, or... Let's see, we've got that problem in Deerford. Let me think. We've got... Well, actually, let me take a look at my journal real quick. So, if I'm not mistaken, we've got Iron and Flame, where we need to go to the Shrine of Abaddon in First Fires. And then we've got... What is it? Oh yeah, I need to find that Abbey. Secret Andare Temple. Then we've got Business at Durgan's Battery, and then we've got the Iron Flame, and then we've got the main quest line. Durgan's Battery is closer. Now we're operating by CRPG rules. I wonder if there's anything over here. Okay, so there is going to be somebody in that cave once that I start a quest. Alright, would it be worth doubling back to... no, let's not double back just yet. Let's go take care of the quest line over at Durgan's Battery first. After that... Alright, Durgan's Battery. So, we need to ascend the West Tower for the sake of a quest here. I don't know how tough the alleged monsters are going to be, unless... Wait, it's the West Tower, right? Yeah. So I'll need to head upstairs. Great Hall. Alrighty, let's head up in here. See what they've got to say for themselves. Alright, we got the usual workers, and then we've got the West Tower. So, let's see if I can do it without my entire spell list. If we can, great. If not, well, we can always rest. So, I wonder what kind of monsters there are going to be. I can't remember quite exactly what kind of monsters there are, but it shouldn't be that bad. It's not like there's going to be a dragon or anything. There isn't a dragon or anything, right? Oh, Skulldrak. We've dealt with a few of these already, so it should be easy to put these down.
I'll teach you a lesson!
Easy pickings.
Sure.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
Excellent.
Laying low.
Probably traps or something. Ooh, hello. Flame Blights. Oh, that's gonna be fun. And, oh, geez, more of these things. Forge Guardian might be tricky. Oh god, there's a lot of them. Hey, you've still got this spell, right? Blast up! That was not nearly as effective as I would have hoped.
Hey.
I'm gonna need my spell list for this one. Where's quick save? Oh, before I have not been good about quick saving, have I? Gotten too used to a different game that I've been playing more regularly. It isn't nearly as punishing if you fail to save. Well, to be fair, I only lost one combat encounter. So we'll deal with those... few beasties.
Keeping an eye out.
And then... we will rest. And then we'll deal with the crap in there, which is gonna be pain. Fire damage. Gotta love the bloody fire damage.
Sure.
Alright, rush him. Actually, you should probably go back to your crossbow at this point.
I'll teach you a lesson!
What's your party AI? There we go. Actually, before I rest, let's go check out a few of the other places in here. Maybe there won't be anything too well, as serious, I should say. Oh, moon spiders. That's technically not. Oh god, I just made hell for myself. I have made serious hell for myself. Yeah, I'm not winning that. At least I've got the quick save this time. Okay, now that I know those are there. Oh man, that's silly. I was hoping for a bit more role-playing, but then combat. Although, to be fair, I got plenty with respect to Zawa's side quest, so I guess I can't really complain that much, can I? So, which do I think is going to be more dangerous? Probably this bunch. Probably more interesting rewards in here, that's probably more important.
I'll see what I can do.
The work of a moment. Alright, now let's step out here so we can bottleneck them.
I'm here.
Better send you to defensive.
Hey.
Yeah. It is chaos. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see what that can do. Immune to all of them. Hopefully it at least did some damage. And you probably need to get too close for that to be useful. Just focus on this. Alright, if you can't easily get through the door, just switch to your bow if you're not going to use spells. Wait a minute. You actually have a chance to use this without hurting everybody around you. I say as everybody pours through the door and just completely ignores the bloody bottleneck. Okay, kill this thing quickly. It needs to die. What kind of damage does this do? No, pierce damage, not useful. Well, that seemed to do something. I just realized we should probably heal people. Heal. Ow. Gotta love fire blights.
Sure.
Gotta love fire blights. Amazing how much easier it is when you actually go in with full endurance and a plan. And spells. Ooh, what have you got? Let's save it. Oh, save it for survival. Now, doesn't look like there's anything specific, any skill specifics, so. Oh, there's a weapon and shield style? Oh, that's useful. I'll have to give that to Adair. I feel like those will be pretty useful for me, actually.
Hey there.
Now that we've done that. Oh. What is this exactly? A round shot smithery. Oh, more Durgan steel. Nice. Now, what else lies within?
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
More stuff hidden behind. Oh, this just leads back into a main chamber. Oh.
Lock.
Alright, if it's just a singular skull drag, that should be easy pickings. Okay, turn off per rest abilities. You don't need them. For one skull drag. Honestly, you don't need per rest abilities either for one skull drag. Although, to be fair, where there's one skull drag, there's probably more. Yep, there are more. Okay. 5. Let's see if I need the per rest abilities. Is that about to cast? Oh, whatever they're doing. First, let me cast my crap. There we go. Now I'm happy. You really have to be that close range to make that work? At that point, just switch to melee. That's a useful level 6. I like that spell. That's a very useful level 6, in fact. I like that. Oh, more Skull Dract. Withdraw.
Sure.
Now attack! What should I go with? I don't want to burn that too much, so let's switch to... Let's just Sunscorch whoever steps in there. Oh, that did a little bit. Let's make this easy on us. Allah, put him to sleep. These are in for the walloping. Yes, we know. Knock him down. Down they go. At least the skull tracks are easy pickings, even if the rest can give us a bit of trouble sometimes.
Tell me.
Yeah?
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
Alrighty then. Wait, lower? Is this a whole dungeon, effectively? For our purposes, probably so. Alright, so that just leads back over. So we know that there's more skull track. Okay, that's actually a lot of skull track. Break out the spells. Ah, shoot, paralysis. Durance, deal with it. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Now keep them distracted. Now keep that one distracted. I know I said you did offensive, but keep him distracted for a while. Now we can rush him. There we go. Easy enough to manage. What's this? A map shows the peaks and passes surrounding Durgan's battery. Faded red circles mark choke points. I wonder what this note was for. Artillery lift notice. The artillery lift will be closed until further notice. The cogs are rusting and any failure in the mechanism could be catastrophic. Potion Master Andrin is looking into patinating the cogs to make them weatherproof. That's a word I don't know. That's twice now that. Let's see. Furnished with a patent. What's a patent? Thin greenish layer, usually basic copper sulfate, that forms on copper or copper alloys such as bronze as a result of natural corrosion or chemical treatment. Okay, so I guess the idea is treat it. Oh, okay, so interesting. So basically, I'm assuming that would make it a little more. I guess the idea is to make it a little more durable then, or at least more resilient to the elements by effectively fast tracking it. That's my best guess anyway. Stop it! Right, we're dealing with moons. Right, we're dealing with moon spiders, which means this is going to be all sorts of interesting.
Yes?
You got a lot of use out of that chain lightning spell. I like it.
Take.
I think it's time to enable pro rest abilities again. And starting by getting Maneha back on her feet. That did something. Well, I've still got the weaker version of the spell, right? works for me. What was that? Looked like a pretty good... Ooh, dwarven tool of some kind. Aloth, can you make use of anything? Ooh, that's new. Torrent of Flame. Instantiates a terrifying inferno of flame around the caster, so if he gets surrounded, that's pretty useful. So what was that other grimoire? Iron Skin. Ooh, that could be useful.
Yeah?
A cannon range key. Ooh, more stuff. This page seems to be from some larger text. We now have a treatment to prevent our prized cannons from rusting outside. Ocean Master Andron developed a solution that seals the metal, protecting it from cold air. We've transformed the old armory into a patination chamber, where we can heat the solution into a gas. As the gas diffuses the chamber, it will build up a hard coating on the cannons. After a few weeks, the cannons will be ready for the elements. However, we must be careful around the solution. One of Andron's assistants scalded her throat just from breathing too close to the stuff. The rest of the manuscript has fallen apart over time. So that's how they managed to keep things together. You would think that things would eventually fall apart, so I guess that acts as justification for how it would stay in good shape.
Laying low.
I did not know it was possible for a lift to have suffered. But here we are.
The slot looks like it's missing a lever. Not try anything yet. This gearbox looks strangely empty. It's missing a cog. This chain is so rusted it barely moves. So there's a small assortment of things that must be acquired.
And if I
then.
find something good, you can have half.
What if that's an important tool that we need? Oh, so that's what that skull track is. Some kind of stunning.
I'll let Margaret's fire bless this.
Ooh, bestiary progress. Nice. Ah, sucker.
Hey there.
Well, this is why they were complaining about beasties. Even made nests out here. Did I miss something? I missed something. Grab it.
Let us compete to see who can breathe this poison the longest.
Hey.
Patination chamber. Interesting that there's still gas here.
Not
Disease
to
plague.
alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
Let them come up to us.
Show them how it's done!
And then murder! Come on, I know you want to fight us. Get over here. Did we actually escape combat against it?
I just tasted breakfast.
Hey.
Heh.
Lava will be on sea! I'm slowly dying of poison. Not to alarm,
Alright, stand outside and shoot at it.
but I'm slowly dying of poison.
I haven't given you. Ah, screw it. Just run in there. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just to kill some footage. I've run out before you all die. Horribly.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
Pile of cogs. There's one. Thank you, Adair, for being resilient. Now. We'll save that for now. You don't have anything specifically Nah, I don't think steady really applies to Manaha. Not in the slightest. Let's give you 200 style.
Hey there.
See what else we can find around here. Another note. Oh, this looks like it'll be good.
I wonder what this is.
Dwarven leader. Cannons are cold as ice, and banded by angular patterns and prayers to Abaddon. Okay, what's this third? The lever for the artillery lift is broken again. I've been telling my men to be as careful as possible while using the lift, but it's difficult to keep your balance on the thing. One bad bump nearly sent a handful of them off to the edge, and I'd rather they break a lever than keep their balance than fall off. Unfortunately, it was a clean break this time. We'll need this lever as soon as possible. Scrawled across the bottom in thick ink is an additional note. If your men stop taking up so much ammunition at a time, this wouldn't be a problem. This will be the last lever you ought to get. Next time, you're just getting a rammer. Well, hopefully we won't need anything more than that.
Sure.
Moon spiders. Oh geez. We just wandered into the proverbial lion's den, didn't we? Yes. Yes, we did. Okay, how to play this. I don't have my usual, and the level 3 version isn't accessible either. Can I at least bring in some distractions? Yes, you can. Did I just finish entry of some kind? I'll worry about it later. I need to live for now. Alright, as before, Alon's crowd control comes in clutch. I better save that final level 5 in case things get worse. Now, those users are actually doing work. Go Zawa. Actually, yeah, that's a pretty fast attack speed on Zawa now. That was only a 10% boost. I have not been paying enough attention to individual attributes, have I?
Sure.
What's this? You peer through the hole and see a wide, sturdy parapet running along the wall. Several feet above the wall, you also see a broad crack. It appears to lead to another room. Wind whistles by your ears. The peaks of the White March rise below you and continue into the distance. Let's not try that yet. I have a feeling that would kill whoever tried.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Alright, Skulldrak and Speeaters. Can I do it with what I have? Maybe. If there's a massive horde, we might be in trouble, but otherwise... Okay, that's a massive horde. That might be a problem. Alright, Zawa, just hit what you can. I hope that does something before I die. Durance, please keep me alive. I like it. It is very important to my existence that I go on living. Okay, there's a lot of people trying to get me. Send the dare after that one. And I'm down. Wait, doesn't Durance have a level 7? Yes. And And I live to murder some more. I've got... You know what? The distraction play worked pretty well the last time. Let's do it again.
Hey there.
Although it looks like it may end up being wholly unnecessary this time. Apart from maybe just for fun.
Hey there.
Yes?
Let's have it out! That's it!
Hey there.
Show 'em how it's done!
May as well finish combat and wipe everything out while I've still got all my combat bonuses. And everything is dead. Yellow gelatinous residue lines the bottom of this broken tube. I'm gonna have fun sorting through my inventory later. Oh, that was the last thing we needed.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
I'll take a peek.
I'll just grab everything from here. So we know there's that thing over here. So I think what we'll do first is... Here? Oh yeah, just hire him. That's fine. Not quite yet. Let's see, if we're going down the ledge, what's probably... I'm thinking Zawa stands the best chance. Zawa reaches the crack in the wall. A noxious, eye-watering vapor seeps from within. Zawa pounds on the wall. It's tasking work, and by the time the wall starts to give, Zawa's shoulder flares and... The ancient masonry crumbles away, and a stinging vapor rushes through the breach. Zawa holds a breath and clings to the wall as the rest of the gas escapes. The party continues into the newly cleared room.
Hey there.
Oh, it's just another way into here. Oh, it's a way to make it to where we can go through here safely. Oh, so I brute forced what I didn't need to brute force. Good to know. Alright, let's fix things. New cog. Hargren Rust Dissolver. And finally, the lever. Alrighty. Pull the lever, Kronk. Hey, it's the right lever. For once. The lift makes slow, jouncing progress. It lurches every few feet, the rusted chains groaning like the dead. It comes to a trembling stop, and the entire platform swings precariously. A sharp metallic odor emanates from one of the winches. You hear screeching. At first you think it's coming from the winch, but then you realize it's coming from above. An enormous skull track swoops in from the shadows. You feel the air from its passage as it whooshes past you. And before you can catch more than a glimpse, it's circling back, searching for you with ear-splitting shrieks. Rustling wings and a heavy musk alert you to the presence of more of the beasts. As they close, the platform continues to sway and bounce. Oh, the largest skull track dives for the middle of the lift. Its screeches turn to hisses as it spews sizzling acid across the platform. It scalds you. Your own scream rings in your ears, and you smell burning flesh. The smaller skull track zips in past tighter and tighter circles as they close. Meanwhile, the largest of the bunch is wheeling back, preparing for another attack. Smoke rises from the rattling, grinding winch. Repairing it will be a chore. In addition, the skull track sweeping through the air above the platform. See. Their eyes swiveling and... Actually, let's scatter to the edges first. Oh, humbling toward the edge. Oh boy. That's toward the middle. Smaller Skulldrake land on the platform and advance. I think I can handle smaller Skulldrake, although to be fair, I don't have a lot of spells right now. This could end very badly. Oh god! I don't think I can handle that many. I don't think I can handle that many. Not as I am. Where's my quick save? Here it is. Let's rest first. Okay. Rest first, then we get ourselves good and murdered by beasties. Let's try sending someone to fix the wench. Alright, Zawa adopts a fearsome stance, shoulders back and head high. The Skulldrake yelps and speeds past Zawa, rejoining the pack. Fortunately, the problem looks increasingly complex. It's not clear how quickly or whether Zawa can repair the winch. Keep going. Keep going. Oh boy, that didn't work. Maybe I should have done someone with greater mechanics skills. Actually, Aloth might have been an ideal target, but the problem is he doesn't have enough might to chase off the beastie. As Zawa casually walks toward him. Okay. So, severe burns, so... Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Well, let's see what we can do.
Yeah?
Sweep up. No, don't cast that spell. Cast something a little more. What to do? This doesn't look like it'll affect us, so maybe we'll drop it down on everybody else. Oh jeez, Durance is stunned again. Oh geez, that was Durance. I don't know how Durance has taken that much damage, and I don't know how he's still alive, but you know what? He's alive, so I'm not gonna complain.
Hey there.
Whew, no wonder why people were having trouble.
Sure.
No freaking wonder they were complaining about there being all this trouble. Let's finish moving up. Alrighty. Now that we are up here, hopefully there won't be anything too dangerous. Although, to be fair, we are all badly... Well, we now have semi-permanent effects until we can rest, so hopefully there won't be anything too dangerous up here. Elder Skulldrack? Okay, you know what? We're gonna move down here to where we can bomb-light them some more, as per usual.
More than raw! I'll teach you a lesson.
I don't know what's shooting down at us, but you know what? We can worry about that later. We need to deal with all these Skulldrack. Now let's use the Watcher abilities. Hope that did something useful. There we go. Alright, the Elder Skulldrack is down, now we just gotta deal with everything else.
Sure.
Rush up the walls, see what else needs to die.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Lava beyond. Now, where were we?
Down you go. Wait, what was that you just picked up? I'll worry about that later.
Hey there.
Engravings depict the Pargrunan journey to the White March. Wait, skeletal hands. That's... I don't know if that's creepy or interesting. Let's look around a little bit more, just to be sure that there won't be any unexpected surprises.
Long way down.
Through the gap, you see winding stairs and the dull glint of more cannons. You turn the wheel and a gust of steam blasts you in the face. You stagger back and fall, spiraling towards smoke and flame. You find solid ground beneath your feet even as the air around you is a haze of smoke and heat shimmer. Coughing, you bat acrid fumes away from your face. As you acclimate to the soot-choked air, you see flames leaping in the distance. Each flare bathes you with warmth, and even as you struggle to pick out the details of this place, something about it seems familiar. Well, I heard the usual sounds when we go into the Soul View, so maybe it's that? You can see little through the thick smoke, but the dancing flames illuminate a dragon's head cast in stone. It's the White Forge. As you start toward it, something massive comes crashing down in front of you. You leap back at the sound of metal slamming into metal, and feel a deep tone ring through the thick air. Recovering your bearings, you find yourself looking at an enormous hand. It's dark and shiny with heat, but you see every bone, muscle, and tendon working in harmony beneath the bronze flesh. The hand's owner is hidden behind clouds of smoke, but the hand itself is wrapped around a pole and as thick and sturdy as a tree trunk. You try to follow the arm to its owner, but the heat and smoke overwhelm you. You turn back. Is this Abaddon himself? You continue onward to see what lies at the other end of the pole, and what's responsible for the clangorous music, just as the hand rises again. It sounded like a train horn for a second. It swings back down in a perfect arc. A tower of metal smashes down ahead of you, raining sparks and glints of essence as another deep ringing note sounds. You realize that you're looking at an enormous hammer. The head glows with heat and essence, though the purple luster fades as soul energy is sucked from the hammer and into the work under it. It's a block of black steel, as dark as a starless night and shiny enough that you could see your reflection in it. It's a work of art itself, a study of simple yet perfect design. As the hammer rises once more, you dart forward to see what lies beneath it. A lone figure sprawls on an expanse of steel as smooth and broad as lake ice. The figure itself is enormous, a megfolk of twisted flesh and forged metal. Its arms end in two spiked clubs, and its head is a blunt, eyeless wedge. It opens its mouth and cans. The desperation in that noise reminds you of a newborn's fear and confusion. Air rushes at your back. You look up and see the hammer, its head once more glowing with essence, speeding toward you. You awaken to the sensation of warm tiles beneath your feet. You're prone before the boiler, which drones on, pushing heat through the tower floor. But in the vapor that pulses from the boiler and pipes, you smell the fumes of the white forge.
Hey there.
The warmth of this boiler has made the cold less unbearable upon my flesh. Is it too soon to turn it off?
Sure.
Yes. Alrighty. Go to the front gates. Oh wow, it's already been here for almost 2 hours, so I guess we'll spend the rest of our time just exploring the battery, seeing if there's any interesting dialogue or something around here. After that, see to the rest. Well, after that, I suppose we will send ourselves back to Stalwart, pick up whatever quest awaits us. And after that, we'll see how things transpire next time.
That was incredible! Whole forge spit flames when you did whatever you did, and the smoke! Ha! I saw it from here! And now to see about these cannons.
She rubs her hands together. She starts for the door, but then she remembers something.
This is for you. Found it while we were cleaning out the battery.
Now, how do those cannons work?
If only I could show you. But everyone else is all worried about accidents and injuries. So they've said I can't fire them until there's a real need.
Wait, you mean you don't know if they'll even work then? Tell me about the iron flail.
They came out here a few weeks back and asked us to vacate the forge, real nice-like. When we told them to turn around or we'd do them like we did their fellow Widewind, things got rough.
Oh boy.
They went to their fort, but they'll be back for sure. Darian sent a group from Stalwart to parley, but they never made it back.
She gives you a knowing look.
So it's a good thing you got these guns working. We'll be ready for those raid Sarens when they come for us.
What are you doing out here?
I'm taking care of these lovelies so they can take care of us.
She gazes affectionately at the cannons. You really like explosions.
Well, back in Stalwart, I learned everything Dana knew about black powder, and a few things she didn't. Them she wasn't so happy about.
She frowns, looking momentarily distracted. Let me guess, you blew something up you didn't know was possible to blow up and she got mad about it. Alright, so there's nothing interesting in the forge besides the ability to enchant the equipment with the metal. Better to go to Deerwood or to Stalwart for the quest within the cave. Alright, fair enough.
After what might have been a small mishap in the Stalwart mines, they sent me here to put my talents to better use. I'm headed up the tower, gonna make those cannons shine!
I like you. I'll have to say hi at some other point. So, with that...
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yeah, I know, shut up. And it looks like we got a little bit of Durgan steel for our efforts. Nice. So, now that that's been seen too... I guess then... we'll go ahead and go to Stalwart, trigger the quest then. And then... I don't know where exactly to go to trigger the quest. I could have sworn that I saw everybody around here and spoke to everybody, but maybe I just need to double back and talk to a specific person that I missed?
Yeah?
Well, I guess while I'm here, I may as well go ahead and rest and gather some camping supplies. After that, I can figure out how to trigger whatever quest will take me back over there. Although I'm curious to see where Maneja's quest will take us, because Mother's somewhere in the middle that I
Sure.
need to speak to. Okay, cool.
Back to warm your hands. Top quality.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
A grieving mother, would you say? No, I'm not gonna be cheeky like that. Maybe I should bring the grieving mother along. Who would ever play though? I mean, Zawa's quest is done, but I'll probably swap Zawa out once we get back to Act 3 stuff. Well, main story stuff, I should say. Middle of the town, that would be by the hot springs. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've actually gone in front of these like this.
Mila, where have you got to this time?
That sounded like Sagani for a second. This woman looks at you like she's used to hearing bad news. She shakes her head and holds up her hands before you can even begin. Look, you can tell Hammond that I ain't seen Mila all day, and besides, he ought to keep a better eye on his shop if you don't want littlins poking around. She folds her arms and plants her feet wide. Mila? I think you've mistaken me for someone else. Oh, I didn't recognize you. You're the one who opened up the battery, aren't you? Royce looks both embarrassed and nervous as she stumbles over her words. It's just that my daughter, Mila. I mean, she spends time over at Hammond's tent. Gets underfoot. He shrugs, exhausted. Figured he'd send someone over to complain about her. Again. But you ain't hear about her, huh? What's Hammond's Emporium? New shop. Built in where Katie's home used to be, near the Western Palisade. Hammond's one of them that came up from the Deerwood. Sells good steel, but just about holds his nose every time he crosses paths with one of us. You don't know where your own child is? She backs away like she's been slapped. I didn't say that! Unable to look you in the eyes, her gaze darts to the ground. Her cheeks flush with embarrassment. It's hard keeping track of her, what with all the commotion around here lately. You have any idea where Mila might be? She's been out for quite a while now, that's nothing new. She chews her lip, wondering. Still, I can't help but worry that she's gone and gotten herself into some trouble. If you could keep an eye or two open for her while you're in town, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll make sure she's not in any trouble. Oh, thank you. Everyone is so busy these days with the mines and the forge opening back up again. Kind of you to help. Is there someplace Mila likes to run off to? She often takes off to Hammond's Emporium. Has a problem with looking at things instead of touching them. Hammond's in on my back the past few days, keeping her away. Might her father know where she's gone? Please don't worry him. He's in enough trouble as it is. Truly, all of us appreciate what you did opening the battery back up. Looks like my lawn girl are making good money patching up all the damage out front. Please don't see at his mind spinning about where Mila is. He's Mila's father? If she's in trouble, it isn't right to hide it from him. And I'm her mother. A wrinkle of annoyance creases her forehead. I know you're trying to help, but I really think it's best to not distract Longar while he's working.
Hey there.
Yeah, but we don't have any idea of where she might be, so... You know what? I will follow the other leads that I have. May as well stop by the Emporium anyway to see if there's anything good. I suppose I could just buy up all the unique items and then just sift through them later. I do need to go through my inventory and sort stuff out anyway. There's a little girl, Mila, that comes around here. I heard she's been causing trouble for you. She's out of control! Well, I suppose one can hardly blame her, what with the way her own mother's always screaming at her. He leans across the counter and speaks to you in a conspiratorial whisper. I mean, where do you think that little rascal learned that kind of behavior, hmm? He tilts his head. Only person I've ever seen give her a proper talking to is that wild woman who loiters by the hut just south of here. Asuka, that's her name. I don't know what it's about, but the girl's eyes were this big. He curves his hand into circles as large as goose eggs. But I suppose someone's gotta do it. I told the girl's mother I'd be speaking with Mayor Tarfos if I caught her picking around my shop again, so I guess it worked. So, the hut just south of here, so Asuka. Alright, I may as well pursue that first then. A wild Mila, disappeared. Wild Mila used teleport! Wild Mila fled from combat. Well, fled the battle. Can't even do my own joke right. I am amazing at what I do. So, Asuka is who I'm looking for?
And what does the flame...
Here we are.
Blazes. What am I to do with all of these?
A well-built dwarven woman stands before you, one hand on her head and the other holding a few sheets of paper. 3 complaints of blights in Whitestone Hollow. And who are these people? Mogren's faithful? Great, another pack of religious zealots. It's like they're popping out of the snow these days. Oh, sorry, Eleanor, just a little preoccupied. Things may have quieted down some with the ogres lately. There's been no shortage of new trouble. More work for those interested. Just saying. We're Mogren's faithful. Bandits and horse thieves, as far as I can tell, led by a woman named Roadwith. Problem is their little group keeps growing, and they started tearing through some of the smaller villages. They were last spotted by Shearing Falls. The rumor is they're heading in our direction. Stalwart's just getting its bearings. Can't afford this kind of trouble. Bring me Roadwith's head and I'll see you a little richer for it. You mentioned blights? The terror of Whitestone Hollow. The grand blight that turned up after the avalanche. Real disaster, that. Great big heap of snow right on top of our main trade routes. We can't start fixing the roads until we get the blights out of there. Can't exactly ask you to bring the thing's head, but word is the terror's last victim was a caravan master. Turns out the fellow always was a certain brooch. Brooch? Figured it's somewhere in that monstrosity's belly. Bring me the brooch and I'll take it as proof you handled the blight. Sound fair? Oh, that's why that combat was so difficult. That's part of the... That must be the combat encounter I missed over by the falls, right? I heard you scolded Royce's girl. Asuka cocks her head, thinking for a moment. Then she begins laughing. You know what that girl did? Snatched a whole chicken from the Griff's wrist. Raw. I told her I'd better not catch her thieving again, but I was trying my damnedest not to laugh. Funny kid. She wipes a tear from the corner of her eye. But it's gotta be rough on her, you know? Her old man's working at the battery and he's one absence away from getting fired. Again. Well, that's what you were saying, Chad. Apparently I better not bother him. Blazes, only reason Lodgar still has a job is because Wengra's a softy beneath all that soot. Amila, she showed up at the battery the other day and nearly got him sacked. Since then I've seen her keeping to herself. Spends a lot of time at that temple, come to think of it. Wait, Shearing Falls? Where's that exactly? That's a part that I don't have in here yet. Well, Longwatch Falls I know about. Rusted Wood, well, I don't know, there might be something related to here. Where is that? Well, at least I know about the Terror of Whitestone Hollow, and that is listed as a bounty, so...
This is going to be fantastic.
Alright, so that's that old quest. So, let's see if anyone in here has seen Milo. Because even if I, as the player, know, I think it'll be curious to follow this trail through to the end. I'm looking for Milo. Sorry, haven't seen her. Talk to Master Engrim. He'll know better than me. I heard Royce's girl Mila sometimes comes here. He smiles kindly. She usually sits just there by the forge and draws with some of the charcoal nubs. Poor girl's lonely. The only other children in town are a few years older, and the others that would have been her age were all Hollowborn. Dead end, huh?
Hey there.
Wonder who else I could talk to, unless one of the Abaddon Acolytes. Well, actually, let's ask one of the Abaddon Acolytes. May as well. I doubt they would know, but you know what? Let's ask anyway. I don't know if I'd get any unique dialogue from talking with them. Or if I just get some generic, not even worth going into the dialogue window option, but we'll find out real quick. After that, I will quote, know where to follow the trail, since I'll be going back to Whitestone Hollow anyway. Then, I guess then next week, we can see to everything else. So, you all know anything?
Sure.
Ah, figured too much. Alright then. Why did I not think of that? Good call, chat. Apparently I am tired. That's what I get for trying to play this on a Saturday night. Yeah, well, at least today was productive. Got some audio editing done, got some recording done, so it's been a good day. How many times am I gonna find myself in front of this silly loading screen? Honestly, at this point, I should probably set it to near... drawing in the shell. Ah.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
Can't actually take any of that without causing problems, perhaps, but still. This drawing. Actually, probably got put in a quest item. Wait, that. Oh, that's what I picked up. Ooh, that looks like a cool shield. I'll have to check on that after hours. So, mindless drawing. Well, if that ain't definitive, I don't...
Hey there.
You know where this is? He holds the crumpled paper delicately, careful not to smudge the charcoal. After a moment of contemplation, he purses his lips. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, to be honest. He blinks and turns the drawing to hold it up, right side up. This makes more sense, I think. A cave in some... trees? No, those must be the Audra stones out by Whitestone Hollow. I think there's a cave not far from them.
Sure.
And there we are. That is how you're supposed to find out where to go. Good. There is a way to logically follow it. I just have to be thorough and not silly. I should probably call it there then. So.
Wow. So it doesn't even bother you that most of your people died.
The Nalpasca learned to embrace death.
And the remaining few were enslaved?
As long as the spirit is free, bonds of the flesh do us no harm.
You got to tell me how you do it.
I will show you. Come, let us find a mass grave to sleep in.
What? You know what? I found you sleeping in a barrel of fish, so I really shouldn't be surprised by that. But I think a mass grave is a little different. God. This game is weird sometimes. I suppose it's not the strangest thing I've ever encountered, but the game can be silly. So, you've rested recently, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Back to warm your hands, eh?
I just need to make sure that I have bought, and as you get a couple of camping sites. There we go. That should do.
Hey there.
Then... alright, I think that's where I'm gonna call it. So, with that in mind, I guess that what we'll do next time is I will set my starting points at Deerford so that I know to progress that plot line. And then, once that we've seen to that, so we'll see to both of the quests that require us to go.
Brandy. Isn't that a tad expensive for a mercenary's wages?
It is if you pay in silver. I paid in steel.
That's the most senseless act of...
I traded a very nice dagger for it. What kind of bloodthirsty lunatic do you think I am?
One with exquisite taste.
Oh, jeez. Do I want to know if there's a hidden meaning behind what you just posted. Oh man. Either way, so we'll head to Deerford Village. Oh, wait, let me remind myself what was in Deerford Village real quick. Not mistaken, it was from... Oh yeah, the Bleak Oath. So I need to find Eska in Deerford. So, given that should be fine. We will set our starting point here. Then, that'll let me know where I'm going. Then, we'll call it. Alright, just need to make a save and we'll be good. What are we on now? 2. Oops, didn't actually name it. Gonna be confused by that. Yeah, well. Luckily, the saves are segregated by character in case I want to change anything up or try anything else on my spare time. So, that'll do for now. Next week, we'll hopefully be at the point where we've explored enough of the side content to where we can start tackling the main. So, to that end, we will have whatever the Iron Flail, I think they're called, is. See what we can do about them. Knowing them, and given the fact that Adair is with us, I fully suspect that we'll end up immediately embroiled in combat, but I suppose we shall see before too long. Hopefully not, because if it's an entire fort, that could be tough if combat did immediately start. We shall see, though, so next week we will see to that. As for the channel as a whole, pretty much gonna be pretty much business as usual, so no Friday streams because of my brother still acclimating to a new circumstance, so I'm honestly, given that I've been trying to get through another video game, I'm probably going to keep the Friday slot open just so I can work on video editing at that time, so either way, making good progress all around. So, thank you all for watching, hope this was entertaining, and we'll see you all this time next week. Well, 2 hours before this time next week, but you get the point. Good night.